deep engagement at the national level with where we've come from. So in other words, how do we understand excellence as it is currently represented, and where does that come from? And how does that, and I've heard this said quite a few times today, how does that produce particular kinds of people, valorize particular kinds of practice, and enable particular kinds of people? And I'm not criticizing or critiquing the people who put themselves forward, but how does it produce a particular kind of person that is able to put themselves forward for these, and feels able and enabled to put themselves forward for such awards? So I think that would be the start of a conversation, and I want to invite the CHE, the DHET, HELTASA, other professional teacher body, higher education lecturing bodies to come together and say, where have we come from? What has happened to bring us to the point we're at now? Not necessarily only in a sort of a mea culpa way, but in the way of saying, what does this help us to understand better about the situation we find ourselves in? Then at the sort of regional level, I think we're going to need much greater collaboration across the institutions at the regional levels to understand something about what is excellent, what does excellence produce, and then to look into the discourses around what has dominated our thinking in the spaces. So, for example, why is it that so often teaching is dominated by skills orientations towards the practice? Why is it that we have struggled so to move into a much more social justice space, into a much more of a space which says, again, what kinds of people are put forward, put themselves forward, what kinds of people are put forward and maybe we've got to change the rules of the game completely and incentivize a different kind of practice which comes to the fore. So, for example, some of the things Karen said, collaborative educational practice rather than individual practice. The notion of the common good or the public good rather than the private reward, if you like, from that situation. I think these are very important initiatives. They're a start. At the institutional level, and this is sort of my final thought on this, at the institutional level, it is going to be critical for us to interrogate at various levels. We need champions in the institutions. We clearly need people like DVC's teaching and learning to be seen to act in the space, but we also need middle level engagement and we need on the ground engagement, and all of those things sort of speaking to each other in the space, not working in opposition, but initially coming together to try to understand to look at the notion of excellence in a different way, but to understand where it's come from, because it's clearly come from particular kinds of paradigmatic assumptions about what excellent teaching is. Okay.
Hi everybody, I'm a common or garden scientist, so here we go. 15 years ago, I was awarded the Excellent Teacher Award. I gave my presentation in this lecture theatre on the Rhodes lecture. So I think we heard today that a lot of academics are excellent, but they don't know it. You need somebody else to tell you and to encourage you to go for these kinds of awards. So from the institution I am at the University of Western Cape, we are continually looking for excellence in teaching. It's systemic. There are awards that are given out within the faculties, within the institution, and when new lecturers come into the system, they have to go through a professionalization of teaching and learning discourse. And they spend a semester engaging with others across disciplines. And I think I was listening to Coney, and we worked together on a critical thinking group at UWC, and the first time I heard it, I thought, man, what you're doing, we could do in science. We could change the context of where we're teaching science. So this is totally out of the narrow paradigms which we at science tend to use. And I think it has to be systemic, and it has to be within institutions, and to encourage those around us. An excellent lecturer is someone who inspires other lecturers to do what they do better. There's a simple criteria for me. If I listen to someone who's excellent and inspires me to go and do what I do better, that person is excellent. And I think for us to have, across the disciplines, as I said, all the award winners today, I could see how we could engage in from a science perspective in exactly those kind of teaching methodologies and philosophies. it would be good for the awardees, and I look at the CHE department, to give them a travel bursary, an opportunity to go to different institutions and to present what they presented today. I think their excellence will inspire others. And it's that excellence, and to tell their journey of why they applied, why they went for HELTASA, who prompted them, and who pushed them, and who told them to go along. I just want to end with the most amazing experience I had being part of the maths turnaround team, is that we tackled the most difficult subject with a very poor pass rate. We changed the concept that maths is about attitude and not aptitude. It's not about you either can do maths or you can't do maths. Often I said to the young people, I said, if you are very good at dancing or playing a musical instrument, you enter a competition, trust me, those that are very good do the most practice. And it's all about practice. And we managed to turn it around to a point where we changed it. It took a whole year of preparation. And the most important thing was the students became the stakeholders in the change. It wasn't top down, it wasn't the power structures we used to. The students were engaged and started to engage and started to take ownership. We built up learning communities, and it's the learning communities, the way of doing in a collective that we discovered can transform everything. The momentum shifted, the attitude of the staff changed as the students' attitudes changed. And we took a pass rate of about 30% up to 70% for 2 years in a row doing this process. And it's all the students now. They started a maths club, they're now teaching in the schools, and all of this momentum. And for me, that is excellence. That is excellence when what you do really matters.
Thank you.
Thank you. I would want to add on this concept of excellence that it doesn't sit well with me, I must be honest. I've served in the panel, but I want to argue that we should bring our own philosophy as African people, Ubuntu. So our pedagogic principles, when are driven from that philosophy, we would know that they are pedagogies that are trying to achieve justice. But what form of justice within this context? And I would argue that Ubuntu as a philosophy coming or emerging from the people who have been oppressed in Africa would enable us to talk about corrective justice. Corrective justice simply means working towards correcting the wrongs of the past so that we achieve justice for all. Thank you.
Okay, are there any comments? 1 or 2 questions, comments? We've reached the time limit, but Emmanuel, thank you. He's talking now.